What's up, everybody? It's another edition of In Motion. Rudy J, the OG, Mark, a.k.a. Coach Reed.
Salute.
Yeah, man, we back at it. You know, I know every now and then life be lifing, but we are here. And as always, we got a few special guests. We got another OG in the building, Mr. G. Gervin. Mr. When he walk in the gym, that's his range. Mark already he didn't like that. He didn't like that, G. And we got Davante, how do I say it?
Durst
and Don Esobar Jr. Don Esobar Jr.
Heavy on the junior.
How's everybody doing, man?
Good, man.
Oh, good.
Anyway, Mark, what's going on, man?
Oh, excited, man. It's championship week.
The conference championships?
Conference championships, man. It's the best
time. That time of the year.
Players, man, you know, to be a college player, to play in March is what it's all about.
Yeah, this time of year I get in my feelings. You know, I'm like, damn, you know, that's something that no one can ever take from you, you know, separating college from the pros. Because again, you know, speaking of Davante and Don, when y'all are our age, that's something when you're on the patio smoking cigars with your homies and you're in your 40s, y'all gonna be telling me, yeah, man, you know, I got my run in March Madness. I remember March Madness, you know, we played such and such. I had 20, 15, should have won. They didn't pass me the ball. So great time to be around. G, you get any more time in your day?
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, I get a little nostalgia around this time. You know, it was a fun time of the year. Like Mark was saying, man, we got a chance to dance a little bit. And shoot, man, every time this time of the year come around, man, it's usually exciting, you know, especially now, you know, even for us, you know, in Strength in Motion, man, like this is closing time, man. This is the time we always tell the guys, you know, that this time comes pretty quicker than they think. And so, you know, just to, you know, the reaction of the guys, man, are they proud of what they've accomplished, or they wish they can run it back, you know? And so, you know, this is that time of year, man, where, you know, I really like this time of year. It's exciting.
Yeah, definitely. And now we'll get into March Madness, but on this show, you know, I always like talking to the Strength in Motion veterans. And I've even got to the point where, you know, we all got friends that sons are juniors or seniors, and me knowing the landscape of college basketball, I'm like, you know, I've always started recruiting in my head. Like, my man is nice, but he could use a year at Strength in Motion. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like close friends. I'm like, damn, my homie's son is really nice, but I don't know if anybody's really looking at him. I'm gonna hit him up. I'm gonna hit him up and send him the link to Strength in Motion. Talk a little bit about that, Mark, because this is the time of year where everybody's scrambling.
Rudy, man, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, man. Like normally, you know, we don't kind of fill up until April, May. But with this new landscape, man, we really have 4 spots left.
Okay.
It's over. You know what I mean? And we're really kind of holding them spots for some guys that we have offers out to already, but
hold on. See, now that holding spot, I don't like that. When I walk in the gym and I say who got next, and you say me, and I'm like, you got 5, and you're like, nah, but I got a couple homeboys coming. Are you holding spots?
Yeah, man, we have to. Just because we wanted to look a certain way. And so, like I said, we have 4 or 5 spots left, and we're really trying to hold it off for bigs.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's not just we're holding off for a guard or something like that, man. You know, we want
enough of them
guards to be point guards. We want the 2s to be 2s, 3s.
There's enough little Durst around there, man. Sheesh.
Yeah.
Little brothers, man.
Well, I'll let you have.
We come dime a dozen.
Yeah, I'll let you have the floor, Mark. You introduce introducing. Let's get the stories on Durst and Esobar.
All right, so Don, we've known Don a long time.
Don, what was your first year with Strength in Motion?
It was 2021, right after I just graduated.
Yep. So Don was at Judson. They had a outstanding year that year. He came with us, I want to say maybe 2 months into the season. You got into your car crash.
Oh, wow.
We didn't even play like our first game. We was in that men's league like that at a mission.
Yeah, so it was like 2 months into the season. His brother was texting and driving, hit a tree.
What?
Which you broke 2 vertebrae?
I broke 4 bones in my back and fractured my growth plate.
Yeah, so amazing story for him to, bounce back after that. He came with it again next year. And then he was able to go to Southwest Christian. Had a baby. Had to stay home a year. Years. You stayed home how many years? 2?
Yeah, 2.
Stayed home 2 years. But stayed in the gym, stayed active. He's a men's league legend around here right now. You know what I mean? And so another one of those situations, man, he just kept grinding towards his dream, man. We got a phone call. One of our coaching friends got the job at Frank Phillips and they needed a guard, and Don happened to be in the gym at the moment, and there it is. So he went to Frank Phillips this year, had a solid season, and just waiting to see where his next destination is going to be.
Tell us a little bit about Frank Phillips, Don. How's it going up there?
We just finished up our season not too long ago, and I'm gonna say it was a very eventful season. It was a great learning experience as well, and we faced a lot of adversity this year. I'm gonna say for sure as well.
Well, that's because of injuries, losses. What was the adversity?
Like it was a little bit of everything. Like we definitely took a big hit our second game in the conference, and for a while I feel like a bunch of us were pretty messed up about it. Kind of dwelled on us, but I also think that after a while we sort of kind of figured it out how to kind of maneuver without the certain pieces that we had. But at the same time, like we just couldn't put a full 40 together. So it all adds up to it.
Where's Frank Phillips, man?
Texas.
West
Borger, Texas.
Borger, Texas.
Somebody asked, it's like 40 minutes from Amarillo. I just tell them Amarillo.
That's what you roll with. Just say, yeah, I'm hooping in Amarillo. Just roll. Borger,
I'm an Amarillo suburbs.
Yeah. Durst, when did you get to Strength and Motion? We got you up yet?
Yeah, y'all can hear me?
Yes, sir. We good to
Yeah.
All right. I got to Strength and Motion, what was it, 2023?
Yeah. So a little backstory on Durst. Durst went to Wagner, was having an outstanding, was that your sophomore, junior year you got hurt?
It was sophomore summer, so yeah, I didn't play my whole junior year.
So he didn't play his whole junior year, was coming back on a bad wheel his senior years, still had some success. Keontae, one of our other players, Holder.
Yeah, he just got engaged. Shout out to Keontae. I saw that.
Yes. His cousin, we were going after Durst. Durst came with us. He had a hell of a season for us. If the transfer portal wasn't a thing, he would be at, was it Indiana State?
Yep.
Yeah, man, he had an amazing game against Trinity Valley when they were, I think they're number 6, 7 in the country. Multiple D1 head coaches are at the game, man, and he showed out. So Indiana State basically were offering him, but the point guard stayed. The point guard left, and a portal kid from a higher level college came down and went, and so they didn't want to take a high school kid over that seasoned guy,
even though he wasn't technically a high school kid.
Yeah, you can look at it like that, but the guy that they took had 3 years of Division I experience, so it's you know what I mean. It's a hard thing. So
you're at Our Lady of the Lake, Durst. How's it going over there at the lake, man?
It's going pretty good. We just finished up our season. We had a pretty strong year this year. We got to the conference tournament, lost pretty early, but our whole season this year was actually pretty good, to be honest.
See, that's Strength and Motion 101, talking we. I respect it. How did you do?
I feel like I did pretty solid. I ended up having to face a little bit of adversity myself. I got hurt at the beginning of the season, had to work my way back up. But all around, I feel like I did pretty solid this year, especially helping my team win a couple games and stuff. So I feel like I did pretty good this year.
And how do you feel strength and motion got you ready for this next part of your journey?
Man, we just live in the gym. We live in the gym at Strength and Motion. So I feel like just being able to just work on a whole bunch of stuff that I lacked coming out of high school, it just got me better. And them just being in my ear about a whole lot of stuff just got my game better, got my craft better.
Injuries, Mark, G, Durst. What's the toughest part, the initial injury or the actual rehab of the injury and the self-doubt that inevitably kicks in?
For me, I really believe it's the sitting there watching other people play.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, the injury hurts in the moment. It's very painful. Rehab sucks. But I think rehab as an athlete, you basically rehabbing every summer, trying to add something to your game, get bigger, stronger, faster. So I think it's just, not being able to play the mental part of it, just watching guys hoop and be like, man, I dog him. I can't believe, you know what I mean? Like those little things. But also I think that should be motivation as well, man. Let me go in here and get an extra set or, you know what I mean? Whatever it is that you're, recovering from.
G,
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's just the time that passes. I think that's the most painful part. Yeah, the initial injury is a kind of a shock, but usually that kind of wears off pretty, in a couple of days and stuff, and then reality hits, and so it's just that time lapse that you feel like you're losing, and I think that's the biggest thing, man. Where, like Mark was saying, you watching guys play, you watching guys, and in some positions, man, in some situations, it'd be a guy in your spot, man, that thrives, and stuff, and so, so it's just that time lapse, that moment where those moments where you don't get on the floor and you got to sit and watch and you just got to sit and watch something you really, really love, kind of go past you, and there's nothing really you can do about it, but push through the rehab. The rehab is usually the stress reliever out of it. It was for me at least, because true, man, that time passes, man. I ended up missing out on my freshman year in college. And that time was just brutal, man. That was a whole season, man, when you had the red shirt, man, and watch them guys play and, knowing you ready to play and knowing you, prepared to play, but just couldn't. And so, yeah. And so that's the worst part about it, that time.
Don, talk to me about your experience in strength and motion, how it got you ready for your journey, buddy.
I actually had to do 2 years because, like we had just talked about that car accident. So after I kind of recovered and got cleared to play again, he said that if I was good to go, I could finish off the rest of that first season with him and then kind of come back next year to do that full next year with him. So when I started up that next year, it was a great experience. I saw a lot. We were exposed to a lot. We got exposed a lot too, for sure. Like it was like a wake up call kind of to like what that next level was going to look like for us.
3 vertebrae and a growth plate. Why keep going? What made you? How did you keep going? Because I think at that point, when we're talking about a back and a growth plate, I think everybody would have been like, "Yeah, I get it. If he's done, what made you keep going?"
Because I was able to. They said that.
Yeah, man, that brother tough kid too, man. Like you said,
They
man.
said that hospital. They was talking about my back and stuff. They were saying like how he might not be able to even like run for real again or like jump. And I was damn near like, at that point, I almost like chopped it up. But maybe a few weeks in, like of me just walking around and kind of going to watch people hoop still and stuff, and just trying to do everyday tasks. It didn't feel as bad as like I thought it would have felt from them, like saying like me not being able to walk again, and then it turned into me like kind of maybe trying a little bit, jogging on it to, and I'm gonna be back in a few weeks or so. Like I'm just saying, so,
It wasn't a few weeks, but
to be young.
Oh, Darryn, man, what was your biggest takeaway from Strength and Motion? If anyone were to call you and ask you, what was the main thing that you felt, that you could take away, elevate your game, or life lesson, or just whatever?
To be honest, I would say just having like a strong mentality when it comes to like not even just basketball, just everyday life stuff, you know, because like being in a situation where you have to play prep and you got to be on the road constantly, you got to be in the gym for long periods of time. It's a mental type of thing, you know. So just like having to do all that, go through that long journey and that process, it builds your mental up. So it gets you better mentally, physically, and emotionally all around. To be honest.
Would you agree with that, Don? What was your biggest takeaway? You would say?
Yeah, I agree with what Durst said too. But for me, and being exposed to what they had us around and all the different type of players and people I saw and stuff, I'd say like routine was probably the biggest for me. Like finding like it took me a minute to find my routine to really kind of stick to it and kind of not even just on the court, like when you walk in the gym, kind of like how you're living too, trying to live the right way and prepare yourself for where you want to be and stuff, like not where you're at that moment. So I say find a routine and sticking to it and trying to be as consistent as possible to that routine. It's gonna help
Yep.
a lot. You go like when you're not sticking to it, when you're off and stuff like that, or when things are feeling different and stuff.
Now, y'all are both technically in your off season. Obviously, you still have school, but is the routine the same? Is it like, yo, you're up in the gym, school, back? Is the routine the same? Did y'all take that with you, or has it actually turned up a little bit?
I'm on break right now, so I've been kicking it with the family and stuff. I've been with baby girl, catching up on some time, but I
Absolutely.
plan on definitely getting back to it. I'm finna get in the gym right after I get off the phone with y'all, actually. But as far as like the times I'm getting in there, it's not the same right now. But in about a week or two, I plan on getting back into that same routine for sure.
Durst?
To be, I ain't gonna lie, we was in the gym way more at strength and motion than how we be at my school. That's why I be trying to say like strength and motion really got me right, like prepared for a lot of stuff. Cause like you in the gym so much there, that's like when you come to school and you got all your other stuff going, you get a little bit more free time. But yeah, I try to keep myself in the gym. I'm actually right now I'm at the school lifting. So yeah, you kind of just build yourself a routine and you just find yourself just keep doing the same stuff that you've been doing over time.
All right, throw y'all a curveball. Give me one of y'all. Give me a Mark or G story that stuck with y'all. I know these dudes can be hard on y'all. Look. Don already smiling. Give me a Mark or G story.
Mark, PG-13. Wait,
Yeah, it's whatever. It's whatever. This YouTube.
Man, say your truth, man. You know what I mean?
Durst, go first. I'm gonna try to think of a good one. I don't want to put too much out there, so I'm gonna think of a good one.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Really, what I remember the most is when they used to hop on the court, like when they used to play us. They used to play us.
They play hard.
It used to be Mark. It used to be Mark Mace. It used to be all the whole coaching staff. And I ain't gonna lie, they used to get on our ass.
And
They
win.
used to get on our ass a little bit. So
But
that's probably really something that I remember the most.
They was fouling, telling you.
They was playing hard. They was playing real hard.
We didn't lose. We haven't lost in 9 years.
I don't believe that.
No, he's lying. See, but now he's lying. We made him quit. That's really what it is. That's the story I should have told y'all. We made them quit one day, and then they tried to hop off the court and say that they didn't finish, so they could say that they didn't lose.
They might have won a game. They never won a series. Never won a series. Nah, but like for both of these guys, man, like they were, local guys, man, that helped us as a company really grow our brand, man. Some people wrote Don off. Durst was, a rising star in the city. Injury, kind of held him back a little bit, man. But they're a true testament of what we do. You know what I mean? We really put you on a stage where, if you're a college player, you'll go to college. You know what I mean? Like Our Lady of the Lake is in our back door. You know what I mean? Not our back door, backyard. And he had to go to Strength and Motion to go to Our Lady of the Lake. You know what I mean? And so it's a true testament of, what we're doing, man. And it's not about, how many games we won. Durst, how many games we win? Do you remember?
We ain't win any.
There you go. Kind of scholarship.
Not many.
Not many. We're playing against, high level guys, man. And like I said, I think one of Durst's best opportunities. You know, we were playing Trinity Valley. They were number 6 or 7. I don't even remember what they were actually, but you know, he showed out. You know, and in a normal year without the portal, you know, he would have went D1. You know what I mean? Don as well. You know, Don is trying to act real reserved right now. He's a father now, so he's trying to, you know, change his age. But you know, Don's a dog. You know, Don's helped a lot of our guards get to the next level. You know, Don is a butcher. You hear me? Like he is A1 when it comes to foul.
I was gonna say a tough kid, but you can say
you're gonna say tough kid. You're not a butcher.
He's
I was gonna give him
no, but you know, Don brings a type of mentality that you have to have, man. You know, he's going to foul you hard. He's going to play hard. You know, if you want to fight, he'll fight, whatever it takes, man. But that's what it takes to get to the next level. You know, I know Don played for a very hard coach this year that didn't play games. You know, like you weren't allowed to wear certain colors or no do-rags and all of that. But man, if you want to play, you gotta do what
go
the
by
coach
the
say.
rules.
You know what I mean? It's a dictatorship, man. And you know, no one is going to sacrifice their job for any of these kids. Right. And so I think that's one of the biggest things we try to teach them, man. You know, you are really at the coach's discretion, man. So you better not kiss ass, but
get in line.
Know how to deal with it, man. And that's my biggest thing is, man, these two guys are local guys, man. And you know, and that was the core reason that me and Mark wanted to really do strength and motion, man. You know, because our local guys wouldn't, you know, really getting the shine like we felt like they deserved, or, you know, they just didn't get the stage like that. And so my biggest, you know, excitement about this, and I'm so proud of these guys because these are local guys and stuff, man. And they trusted us enough to go through it, and they came out through it with flying colors.
I'll ask y'all this, like, you know, I heard, you know, talking about the story against Trinity Valley. Don, Durst, do y'all prefer to know someone's there watching and recruiting, or would you rather not know and just go play your games?
I'd rather just go hoop.
You don't even want to know.
Nah, not really.
But for Don, like I said, man, Don comes with a mentality that everyone doesn't have. Like Don really walks in the gym and everyone sees, oh man, he gonna be out here fouling. You know what I mean? And it doesn't change. Doesn't matter what gym you're in, where you're at. Don comes in with that.
And he goes to all of them.
Don is.
Oh, he's throwback like us?
Yeah, he's at every gym. I'll give it up to Don on that, man. Don is in the gym.
He's definitely a throwback when it comes to that.
You know, he's everywhere when it comes to hooping, and that's why he was able to really sit out so long and come back and play in arguably one of the toughest JUCO leagues in the country after sitting out multiple years and become a starter.
Yeah. And I'll say this to Don, shout out to your support system. As somebody that I had a kid my senior year in high school, and to continue in the athletics, you got to have a great system in place as far as like your circle, your family, your wife's family, as far as so you can continue to do what you want, what you're trying to do to make it better for your family. So definitely shout out to your support system. And I know it's not easy on you being that far away, like you said, from baby girl. So definitely want to shout out to your support system, because that throws it don't throw a monkey wrench, but it changes the trajectory of where you're trying to go to.
Yeah, man, you can never thank them enough. That's a huge weight I left on their shoulders, and they were able to really pick up all the slack for me as I'm, like you said, still pursuing this kind of dream, and hopefully I can get some money out of this when it's said and done. So on all of that, get returned back to them.
Absolutely. Lost them. I think we lost. Anyway, Durst, anything you want to leave us with, man? What's next for you?
You know, just weighing out my options, really seeing what I want to do in the future, really just staying in the lab the whole summer, trying to get better, trying to get bigger, staying in the gym. I've been going up to the Garvin, still working out up there, and then working out up here at my school. just figuring out what I want to do in the future with basketball.
I don't know if you want any problems with those young boys they got over there, though. I don't know. If they hungry. They hungry. I don't know if you want any problems at the Gerv.
I'll be having to go up there and show them something, teach them a little something.
Hey, I always tell all the veterans, I'm going to keep you and Mark a little bit, but Durst, Don, truly one percenters, great opportunity. Whatever's here is going to be here, so keep going. Keep going, because when it's all said and done, all of this will be here. So y'all are on a great path. Good luck to y'all. And like I said, when the times get hard, I promise you, just keep going, because it ain't nothing here. And whatever's here is going to be here. So props to y'all and continue your journey, man. Very proud of y'all.
Appreciate you.
9:00, you know what it is tomorrow.
Y'all running at 9 a.m.?
Every day, don't stop.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Damn.
All right, G.
All right, fellas.
Hey, y'all.
All right, fellas.
Debt-free degrees. Is that what y'all specialize in? I mean, now I guess you got to add NIL to it.
Yeah, but the core of it is, man, we don't want you to meet Sally Mae. You know what I mean? That's what it boils down to, man. Sally Mae is a burden, that sets a lot of people back for a long time, man. When you got $500-$600 coming out your check for 30 years, that hurts.
I know, because that interest don't play. I know Jose, the producer, I think he owe about $200,000. I'm kidding.
You know what life is like here soon, Rudy.
Yeah, I know. You ain't lying. How many kids y'all got that have actually been able to play in the tournament? Y'all know? That have come through y'all.
Didn't Bryce play in the tournament day 1 year with Drake?
Ernst played with Drake. Naquan Tomlin played with K-State.
Did Temple is Temple making the tournament, or they have to probably win their conference?
They're in their conference tournament. I think it starts today, actually. Oh, that's a good question.
Well,
I know we were talking earlier. You had about 12 different kids that you were looking at.
Oh yeah, hold on. I got a list, man.
Yeah, I thought you had give some shout outs.
All right, man. James Johnson, local guy, Roosevelt graduate.
Hey, Riders.
Yeah.
Riders.
LSUA, they just won their conference tournament.
Oh,
James.
wow, okay.
James had 22 and 10 in the championship game. We got McKinney at Peterson. He's NAIA. They made the national tournament as well. You got Jordan Mason. He's an American. They go to their tournament this week. Byron Piper is at Temple. They made the conference tournament. Big Ethan,
Nevada.
Kid, Nevada. They're going to the Mountain West.
How's Ethan? How's the season going? I had a chance to talk to him.
Some ups and downs, man. He had to take some freshman lumps, man. But overall, he made it through. He has 3-point-something GPA. If he wants to leave, I'm sure there'll be multiple teams that'll pick him up, but I'm sure they probably want him to stay as well. So it was a success. He still has 3 more years to really, really get to it, but he's on the right path.
Lil Dudley had a good season as well. I'm thinking about all the kids I got a chance to interview.
Dudley, I think they won the most games that the school has ever won. It's year 2, but still they had a better year than the first year. We got Ali Deba at A&M.
Yeah.
I talked to him.
Yep. Another local kid. He's at Houston Christian. They're going to the Southland tournament. We got Nasir DeGroy. He went from Abilene Christian to Xavier. They're in their conference tournament. Nico Smith, we talked to him. They're in the regional tournament. Durst and them just got knocked out. We got Treston Gage. He's at Redlands Community College. They made their tournament. Alex Williams, a real throwback. He's at a D2 in Santa Barbara. They're in the tournament. Jock Calhoun, he's at Shawnee in Illinois. They made their I think they just won their first game yesterday in their conference tournament. And these are just ones quick off the top of my head. There's more. G, you think of anybody?
I'm trying to think now.
What's the young fella at that y'all were gonna go visit in Philly?
William Garcia.
So basically, strength and motion is a legit trampoline.
And then Dave and them just got knocked out. David Hermes. They just got knocked out of Appalachian.
Oh, we got a list. We gonna put it in your face. Our kids go to school, man. You know what I mean? They go to school. It's I think we're good at what we do as far as, developing, not just developing them, but, changing habits, like Don said, breaking bad habits, building new habits, and then putting them on a stage where if you perform like a Division I player, you go Division I. You know what I mean? If not, there's other fans are still loyal to those guys for that year, but just overall, it's just not the same.
Yeah, I think y'all, especially y'all played. You got that speech. Hey, out of this room, only one of y'all might make it, right? So if you take that speech that y'all heard time and time again in every room y'all walked into, and those kids apply it like, hey, y'all told me I'm probably not going pro, so I'm going to get as much money in college as I possibly can, because we got 12 spots on an NBA roster times 30 teams. There's not a lot of humans. Not a lot of humans. No. So they just like, okay, well, but now G brought up the old men. Now you got dudes that got drafted, played G League.
but you can't be mad at them, right? If I skipped college or left college early and I'm making, G League, I don't know whatever the exact numbers. Let's say 60,000.
Yeah, 60.
Let's say 60. And then I can go back to college and make $2.5 million.
I'm going back.
Who wouldn't? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I'm mad at them. I'm mad at them. So, my bad, but I am. It's just a simple, they had their shot. And so they rolled the dice, they bet on themselves. And, and I guess in their eyes, they weren't successful. They still, even in the G League, they've gotten a whole lot further than most guys. And then who knows what happens from there. But, the fact that they want that do-over when you still got guys, it's a, they constantly feeding the beast every year. You got kids coming out of high school. You got kids, that have been in situations like Don, that, stuff that they couldn't, life things they couldn't control, that have an opportunity to maybe have those 4 years. So that's the only part about it. Is like, man, you had your shot, man. It's like, man, shoot, kick rocks, and now you gotta hit the journey, man. Now you gotta hit that long journey like we all did.
Respectfully disagree.
Get your boy.
Yeah, man, shoot, kick rocks. Oh, I ain't mad at the brother making money, but it's just like, man, you rolled the dice, man. You left early.
UG, are you mad at the person going back getting money? Or are you mad at the institution allowing them to come back?
No, I'm just mad at the system, the way the system allows them to come back. Now, I ain't mad at them for coming back if the system allows them, but it's the fact that they're allowed to, and the only reason why they're allowed to is a technicality, and
loopholes,
and so loopholes, man, and folks don't want to. Folks don't want to go to court and battle it out. I get it, but man, there's just so many. There's just so many young athletes that miss out and lose out because of that and stuff. And we're in the business of building, and so we're at that bottom of that totem pole where when we seeing those guys, and you gotta look at them and like, man, dang, bro, man, your shot is slim and slim to none.
Yeah,
none.
You gotta look at them and really tell them, man, your job is slim to none, bro, because they letting the vets back in, and
that's when the truth comes in. You gotta tell them the truth
for sure.
Oh yeah, you gotta tell them, and they gotta deal with it. You gotta deal with it, and so that's the only part, man. The system is broke right now, man, and and everybody, we'll watch this March Madness, and everybody get excited and forget about it.
Yeah, who y'all got winning it all?
Weeks.
I can't disclose that right now. I'm on
what you mean?
I'm on a 3-year win streak in our friendly polls.
Oh,
our brackets,
come on,
what I mean?
man.
Put that out there. I can't have brothers follow me, man. You know what I mean?
Come on, dog. Come on, dog.
To his
When
credit,
are y'all feeling
he has won the brackets the last couple seasons, man. To his credit.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? This is my favorite time of year, man. I literally sit at home and watch basketball all day. Literally all day.
So you were the guy in high school that you were skipping.
Yeah, what?
You were staying home and watching the first round.
Recording it.
We was skipping going to the Concord, and then we was watching it afterwards. We go to Concord and hoop, and then
at the TV,
and then we'll go watch. And they got TVs on, in the weight room.
Yeah. Well, I would give out the
who you got?
email. Who I got? I don't think anybody can beat Zona. I don't think anybody can beat Arizona.
It's different now, man. The landscape's so different, man. You got so many veteran teams in there now.
Yeah, they do got some older players, but I mean, like, you don't. I heard Jay Williams say this, like, the Cinderella, only because guys aren't staying at Valparaiso for 4 years anymore. But then I say that, then we had Florida International, a couple years ago? Was that Florida or Atlantic? Florida Atlantic a couple years ago.
All those guys moved on.
You see what I'm saying? So, like, I can't even count on those.
All of them moved on.
I'm going to just go with Zona.
That's not a bad choice.
You got some.
Not my choice.
It's not a bad choice because, they had a
big fella
great
from
season
last night. Just putting that out there.
And I would say Houston, but if you get back in transition against Houston, they have
Houston just can't score, man.
Yeah, they have court offenses.
Man, my guys just can't score, man. It's tough, man. It's tough to watch.
Give Houston problems.
Yeah, you box out and you get back on defense. Houston, they just can't score in half court offense.
They make it hard for you to score.
It's kind of like
the brothers dog, man. They got it figured out defensively. It's just offensively, man. We can't. We're hit or miss.
I forgot G a Coug.
Yeah,
I forgot he a Coug.
That's why I win.
Yeah,
he always go with his heart.
Yeah. I be telling
you, man. I can't turn on my guys, man.
Yeah, man,
I was hurt, man. Hey, I stayed up all night to watch the one last year, man. You talk about a brother that was hurt, couldn't sleep. It was about 5 in the morning when I watched the game.
Oh, that's right, the time difference.
Man, I was hurt.
That was in our backyard.
Brother, couldn't get a shot off, man. We couldn't get a shot off.
You like Kansas?
I like Kansas, man. The Peterson play, they hard to beat.
Bill Self he just like, I didn't know he was only playing 18 minutes tonight. I didn't know. I was like, damn. When Bill Self don't know.
Bill Self is the highest paid coach in basketball, man. He don't care.
That was covering up for his star guy. So when I have the next star, I'm trying.
He knows you can be comfortable here.
Yes, just give me what you got. We gonna win.
Give me what you got, man.
If all you got for me is 18 minutes.
So Bill playing the game.
Man, you got to, man.
Bill know how to play the game. Bill got it figured out.
They're different.
Yeah, Bill's like, yeah, hey, Peterson's fine. I mean, I'm like, wow, Bill, you really playing this? You playing this role so you can get the next superstar.
Exactly.
Well, I will give out the email and the website, but y'all full. Y'all don't want nobody else unless they 7-footers, huh?
No, I mean, we never turning no one away, man. We have different options that we can provide. Okay. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and Mark's mainly talking about the post grad, man. We do the high school.
Yeah, the high school. Well, the post grad is we're on the last couple pieces.
Yeah, so we clarified. The high school is some of the young guys had some good success this year, man. Just, learning, playing with the older guys.
Iceman.
Playing up, so, them guys, they grew a lot. And so, we definitely, man, those guys can definitely benefit and kind of, I feel that they can get fast-tracked a lot quicker rather than playing, the traditional high school, man, where, they don't start till November and, and then, it's just, it's seasonal. And, like Durst said, man, we're in the gym all the time, man. And, them guys is working on their craft and learning and, and getting to understand the game and hearing different perspectives and then hearing guys coming back that, that are doing it, that are in motion. And so I think those experiences for those high school guys is second to none. Not to
Playing
knock
grown.
any of those high school, but
Sure.
it's just second to none. It's just the whole the overall experience. The network.
Back to how we grew up, man. We grew up in the park playing against older guys,
Right.
where you literally
Mhm.
and in the corner until you got 5
You was a corner boy. You're a corner boy.
Man. You had to show these old cats that you could really play to get picked. First of all, just to get picked,
Right.
you had to be and to touch the ball in the game. Like you had to earn that. And when the college guys come back, we sit back and laugh, but it's really the exact same thing. Man, get your ass over there. You ain't playing hard enough.
Yeah.
And those guys, I think they totally respect what we say, but when someone that's right around your age kind of doing exactly
what you want to do, right.
And they tell you, I think it hits a little different. So like G was saying, it kind of speeds up a lot of things for them, man. And you get used to playing a certain way because it's a huge transition from high school to college.
Huge.
Right? It's
Absolutely.
a huge transition. And even more so now because guys are older, but just everything. Like Durst was saying, man, and we were in the gym so much. Now I'm in school, like we're not even in the gym as much because, you got class, you got this and that to do. And so it's just good for the guys, man,
Absolutely.
just living in the gym. But before we go.
No, go ahead. No, ain't no rush. Go ahead.
I want to shout out all these AAU coaches, man.
Why? What happened?
Man, it's just dealing with it. Like it's not our lane at all. We don't do the AAU, man. But man, it's a real business out here. Like getting kids, recruiting kids, and
yeah,
what they call it, dirty macking. People talking crazy about other people, and just salute to everyone, man, doing it the right way. That's still in it for these kids. Giving up your summer for someone else's kid. All the above, man. Like I hope these parents truly appreciate the coach they have and the organization that truly cares about their kid, man. Because there's some guys out here that's moving real foul.
Hey, and that goes and that, like you was just saying, Mark, man, and that goes back to what big fella Mark West was saying, man, when he was venting. I heard him venting and stuff, man, and just that's one thing we take pride in. We try to be the best, examples overall. We're all married. I can say we're all married now, shoot, because Sir married. And so, we're married, man. We have families. We 100% that comes first, to us, and the guys can see it. But we try to lead by example, man. And just like Dom was saying, man, he got his little baby girl and stuff, man. He bring her to the gym. We got like a little daycare in the corner of the gym some days.
We didn't watch
stuff, man. And so, just man, but just we try to live by, the example, man. And as far as, how we carry ourselves, man, how we deal with life and everything, man. So when we talking to these young guys, man, we're talking to them like family men. We're not talking to them like we trying to hustle them out of something, man, or trying to squeeze them out of something. And, or, talking about them about stuff that, that just, like a single guy talked to him about, So, we have fun with the guys. We it's all jokes and stuff, man. We didn't had our experiences and stuff, man. But that's the thing I really, really love about us, man, because, we're all family men, at the end of the day, man. So, we're not trying to take these kids for anything, man. We got things that we love. We got kids of our own. So, it makes us value, these parents, young men, and trying to get them to the next level. And so I think, just us having that background, man, it just, it brings extra value to what we doing, because we try to live it by experience.
I don't think it would be a bad idea for y'all to have an AAU team. That's just me outside. I don't know all the inner workings, and obviously G's busy. Mark, you're in the gym all day. But I think strength and motion, just my 2 cents, should have an AAU team.
And I'm not going to disagree with that, man, but it is some really good organizations here in the city that have
there is
staples in the city for a long time. And I truly believe, and this is my opinion, right?
Yeah.
This is my opinion. San Antonio doesn't have enough for the elite of the
For
elite.
the full AAU experience.
Yes, we don't have enough. Like if you're playing on these big stages where, the mean streets, you got the EYBL stuff, like we just don't have enough to do it. And so, these guys are doing an amazing
You're
job.
going to make some people mad. I'm not saying you were wrong, but you're going to have some people upset with you.
It's the truth, man. Like, and I think everyone in this space will agree. If and I've heard other people talk about this. If we put one team, like let's just say the juniors, we took the top 10 juniors and put them on one team, I think we'd be very, very solid. I think we'd be very solid on a national stage, on a shoe circuit stage.
Yeah.
But
it's spread too thin.
It's spread too thin. You know what I mean? Like it's spread too thin. You got to bring in people from other places and to really compete. Like, and I use hard work. They had an amazing run. Future's doing well now, but I'm going back like in the past. But hard work had an amazing run. They did have San Antonio kids. They had the creme de la creme of San Antonio.
They did.
But then they had some of the top Houston kids. They had some of the top kids in Dallas. They had some of the top kids from Arkansas, right? And so for them to compete on the level they did, man, like San Antonio,
they did go outside a little bit.
We had to. We just don't have size. First and foremost, we don't have the abundance of size. We do have size here.
Clip this too, boo.
But it's just not in abundance. And then when you get some kids that do have size, the development, they don't get to play against size every day, right? And so the development is not exactly where it needs to be. But yeah, like the city is growing in the right place, man. There's a lot of people doing great things by these kids, man. I just want to shout all of them out, man.
Amen.
And we're in our own lane where we can freely shout people out, where there's no, they're trying to steal our kids or none of that. And I think that's a main reason why we really haven't got into the
because of y'all, because they would definitely come for y'all.
Yeah, it
for
would
sure.
Be, not even come for us, but we would be a threat. And right now we're not a threat because we don't do that.
And you can have a relationship with all of them.
With everybody. We have relationships.
Jordan said it best. Republicans buy shoes too. You know what I mean? Like we on the fence. We like everybody. Yeah, bring him by the gym.
Bring
you know
him
what I mean?
by the gym,
Oh, okay.
man.
What program?
Bring him by the gym.
See how he do.
See how he do, man. Yeah, but shout out to all them guys, man. Enjoy your summer with someone else's kids,
man. I don't feel, man. I don't envy them parents at all. Parents,
that ain't easy, man.
Parking, and then if you take the whole family, $80 a day. Like we should have opened up a damn. Well, y'all did. They did. Y'all opened up a gym, but yeah, that's a racket. Them damn.
Yeah, man, that's tough.
Not even the gym, the promoters. That's who's really getting the money. The gym owners, of course, but
right, of course,
the ones hosting the events, man. It's a different world, man. It's a different world. But shout them guys out, man. Shout out all the school teachers, man. I'm on spring break, man. I can't wait for y'all to get back to work.
Yes, these kids got to go back to school.
I got gift cards for all my kids' teachers, man. Thank y'all for what y'all do.
I don't know how they do it. They're definitely the angels. Teachers are angels, especially in the city.
Oh, man. Teachers are special, man. Just to be able to deal with that on a daily basis, man. I tell my kids' teachers all the time, man, I say, I don't know how y'all do it. And so I just look at them and say, man, thank you, but I don't know how you do it. And so it's just, that's just, like you said, man, it takes a special person to be able to deal with, so many personalities, man. And stuff, man. Whoa, yeah, and in this day, this day and age, this kid is different, and so
Hey,
yeah,
I would get in touch with y'all, man.
snmotion.com. Check out
SMMotion.com.
drop us an email in 24 hours. We'll get back to you.
24 hours.
24
You
hours.
telling the people.
Hit us on Instagram.
I'm a hold.
Oh man, that's my job, man. We get back right away. You know what I mean? The time is of the essence, and we need trying to waste nobody's time.
Hey man, G, enjoy that great weather in Sweden. Mark, always a pleasure.
Try.
Been another episode of In Motion. See y'all soon.